Hey guys, welcome to another video for the South Texas Gardener. In this video, we're going to talk about the benefits of rainwater. Now, the thing that makes rainwater so beneficial is the fact that it's slightly acidic. Here in Texas and South Texas, our rainwater is about anywhere from a 5 to a 5.5 in acidity. A neutral pH would be 7, so anything below 7 is acidic. And so rainwater is slightly acidic. Well, this slight acidity that water has actually allows the molecules, the minerals that are trapped in the soil to be more bioavailable. So it increases the bioavailability of these minerals and allows the roots to take up these minerals to use in the plant. Now, when you think about photosynthesis and all these things, this is basically the building blocks that plants use to build more sugars, to build more leaves and trap minerals within these leaves. Like when you think about lettuce or kale or something, these dark green vegetables have not just chlorophyll, green, but they have a lot of metals. They have a lot of minerals that we use that are healthy for us. And so these minerals come from the soil and they get trapped in an unhealthy soil. So when you have a really good, healthy soil with a lot of microorganisms, the rainwater, the acidity of the rainwater really aids in amplifying that effect and allowing the plants to capture those minerals, giving you nice, healthy plants. Think about this for a second. You know, I remember when I first moved to San Antonio, and one of the things I was really amazed by was the difference in my lawn from when I would water my lawn compared to when we had a rain event. Like it seemed like when my lawn, you know, I would water it fairly consistently when we didn't have all these water restrictions when we first moved here. And, you know, it didn't look anything like when it rained just one time. Like it seemed like the next day the lawn just came alive. Everything was just so bright and green and healthy and lush. And I was just amazed at the difference in these things. And the difference of rainwater compared to house water. Now, with my cactus also, my cactus benefit greatly from the extra acidity in rainwater. Now, when I don't have rainwater, one of the ways that I make my water more like it is I add apple cider vinegar and a seaweed solution, and sometimes a little bit of wet molasses as well. That gives the microorganisms more energy, and like I said, white apple cider vinegar lowers the pH of the water about a tablespoon per gallon of each of these ingredients, and that would mimic what rainwater is giving to my plants. But even with that, my plants do not respond the same way as they do when they get nice fresh rainwater. So what happens sometimes is with rainwater, not only is it, you know, it's water, but it's also a lower pH, but it's also ionized. Now, when you get nice little lightning storms, these events, the water gets ionized all the more, and they trap minerals. They actually trap minerals, and the rainwater actually functions something like a fertilizer. And so when the water sits on the leaves, those minerals those plants get a foliar feeding, like a fertilizer foliar feeding you would do for your plants. So it's essentially a free fertilizing event for every rain event that we get. Really cool. Now not everybody not everybody has these large catchments, like these 1,000-gallon catchments or even 40 tubs, barrels to catch water. If you're like me, you live in the suburbs. Now, what I use is I use two 5-gallon buckets from the big box stores to catch my water, and I'll typically use that to water my indoor plants. That lasts me about 2 to 3 weeks. So any way that you can do it, capture rainwater. It doesn't have to be a big deal. You don't have to have a huge expensive setup. Just use buckets and look at your lawn, look at your you know, where the water runs off the most in your on your roof, and then catch it. Now, in general, if you have a 1 inch per hour or 1 inch per rain event, if you have a typical, let's say, 2,000 square foot home, it is estimated that you can catch up to 1,000 gallons of water. For a 2,000 square foot inch home roof and a 1 inch rain event, you can get up to 1,000 gallons of water. So that's a lot of water that we can preserve and save and not just let it run off. So in any case, just want to encourage you to use rainwater whenever you can. It is the best. And I appreciate you listening and watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.